Hello and welcome to Faithful to the Apprentice, where we are here to discuss The Apprentice UK Series 20, Week 8. And we are doing first ever, as it's Series 20, first ever for The Apprentice, where we are repeating task.
Yes.
Some say, have they ran out of ideas?
No.
Some say it's innovation. Which one are you on?
I mean...
What team?
Innovation? I don't know. It was certainly easier this time round, if I may say. For one, there was no language barrier.
Well, Isle of Wight.
What are you saying about the people of the Isle of Wight? The good folk of the Isle of Wight?
Listen, we can say whatever we want about the Isle of Wight because we used to live... I used to live about 2 minutes away from it.
I know.
By boat.
We were a ferry away. We could have swam to the Isle of Wight if we wanted to.
Some people did.
Did some people? Who people?
It was like a challenge, wasn't it, to swim from Lymington to the Isle of Wight.
You've reaped up a memory there. Christ, yeah, I remember that at school. I remember... School? Yeah, no, I remember a teacher at my school did it for a charity. They swam from probably Lymington, because that's what people do in Lymington. They have nothing better to do in Lymington. They just go swimming in the docks.
It was like going back home watching this episode.
It was. It reminded me, actually, I said to you, because I was kind of joking, because it's a bit of a running joke that like the people of the Isle of Wight are a bit like, thank you. The people of the Isle of Wight are a little bit, how should we say?
I don't know. What are you trying to say?
Different.
Insular.
Yeah, they're a bit insulated. Yeah, they're a bit to themselves. And a lot of young
That's
people...
why Kieran fit in so well.
That's right. Well, Kieran, do you reckon?
I'm joking.
Kieran's a party animal. He wants to be outside the Isle of Wight. And so you kind of, you go on there. And again, it's a holiday destination. So if you live on the south coast of England, like hopping over to the Isle of Wight is considered a holiday for a week or two. Because there's lots of really fun places to go. And after watching this episode, I said to you, it's like, oh, that's really surprised me actually. Because I always remember the Isle of Wight as a child. So going to the holiday camps, going to Black Gang Chine.
That weird pub which has a mummy in it, for example.
Again, you're talking about something I didn't even know.
Really? There's a pub and there's like a mummy inside the entrance.
Is that what? As in a mummified person?
Mummy, yeah.
A mummified mummy, a person. Oh, okay. What, real or
yeah?
What, as a person dressed up as a mummy?
No, it's a
model.
No, it's an actual mummy, a dead body with stuff around it. From I don't know where it's
Egypt
from.
Or
we
Cairo
don't ask those questions on the Isle of Wight.
Are you sure it's real?
Yes.
Are you sure that's a real mummy?
I'm sure it was.
I'm questioning how real that mummy is. Because I know that because they've got the dinosaur bones.
But we didn't go there, did they?
Well, they didn't. But they looked for dinosaur bones because the Isle of Wight famously, apparently, have lots of like dinosaur bones there because obviously a lot of dinosaurs also went there on holiday and decided to die there. When
they didn't have that sand thing either. You remember when you were a kid, you used to make a sand thing. You filled it with different coloured sand.
That was on the Needles. So that was when you used to take the chairlift down from the top of the Needles down to the shore, and then you would go in there and they'd have different coloured sands and you could fill up little plastic things.
Come on, BBC. Didn't mention the Needles. Didn't do the sand thing.
Funny enough, that would have been an item that they could have looked for.
Or a stick of rock.
Stick of Rock's a bit boring. They did that when they went round. Remember, they went round Southend or something, Southend on Sea or whatever. Look at us, our geography of the UK, the country we live in. We know nothing. But yeah, no, I was a bit disappointed that they. But having seen the destinations they went to, the other side, the adult side, the
Grace's Bakery, for example.
Yeah, the chain. Who'd known?
when Christmas said that, I was like, "Oh, don't be silly! It's the Isle of Wight.
It's not Greggs.
There's one of everything on the Isle of Wight, if that." But no, there was a chain of bakeries on the Isle of Wight. I was shocked.
It's mad that they've established a chain on the Isle of Wight of bakeries. Do you reckon Greggs couldn't get a shoe in? So now they've got a monopoly of the Isle of Wight.
They've got Grace's instead of Greggs. They've got Grace's.
Something about islands, isn't there? Like Jersey and Guernsey as well. It's like their own kind of like it's a bit like The Prisoner. Like if you go there and you try to leave, like a bubble will come and try to kill you. You know what I mean? It's like the people on the island. Once you've been there, they don't want you to leave.
They all know each other's secrets.
They do. It's like it's a book waiting to be written, isn't it? It's like the Isle of Wight.
I'm sure Richard Osman will go there.
Richard Osman will go there at some point. I'm very, very sure. Oh, hello everyone. I'm Alex, by the way.
My name is Ben. Hello.
And if you want to help, if you want to get in touch, which many of you have to the podcast, you can comment underneath the video by finding the links on our link tree, linktr.ee/faithful2. And on there, it's got all the links to how you can comment underneath the video if you watch us on YouTube, Spotify, or you can get in touch with us through our social media. You can also listen to us on any of your favourite podcast apps. And if you like the podcast and you want to help us monetarily, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/faithful. And on there, you can give us a one-off or monthly £5 donation. Thank you to the person who got in touch on Spotify and said that I'm very obsessed with video walls. you're correct. Video walls are now my niche.
I love how passionate Alex is about media walls.
It's true. Media walls.
Have you been able to reflect on media walls over the week? Have you changed your mind on them?
Well,
Do you know what they are now?
I know what they are now, yeah. So obviously I was having a bit of a rant saying the media walls. I thought media walls were...
Rajan's business he was going to do before he got fired was media walls.
If you want to know more, go back to the last episode.
Yes.
And I went off on one about how no one needs a media wall in their house, because I thought media wall was like those big... Remember on like Saturday morning TV, like Going Live, they would have that big...
Yes.
They'd have a big video wall in the background.
What year was Going Live?
The mid-90s.
Right. That's not a media wall then, is it? Carry on.
But it is, because it's lots of TV. So I thought that's what it meant. Or like when like you see the gallery of Big Brother and you see all those the TV screens like that. For some bizarre, weird reason, I had in my brain that was a media wall. But since then, and since I Googled it after the show, right. I now have discovered that a media wall is a TV and then lots of shelves around it. And yes, I consider it that's a very nice thing to have in your house. Rajan, does every new build need one?
Well, Rajan is open for apologies.
I apologise, Rajan.
Another comment from Sharp Maxine said, because last week we said our two picks for finalists were Karishma and Rothner.
Yes.
And they have said, I agree with you both about those two. They must be finalists and one of them has to win. They are so much better than any of the other players.
I reckon so.
But I mean,
Rothner had a bad... I had to say, Rothner had a bad one this week.
Yeah, but
I think her and Levi running around looking for objects. They, especially the first half of their task, they were in trouble.
They were. I mean, we knew that Levi was PM already. He had to do it.
Happy days.
Yeah. And then Kieran took on PM for the other team.
Because he had something to prove. He had unfinished business.
I know, I don't get that, because he won the first challenge. He won that challenge.
But he won redemption. He won very badly. That was the point, wasn't it? And even Lord Sugar brought it up later and said, it's difficult to kind of blame someone on this challenge because you guys did a much better job. But I do think...
because Levi...
It sounds a bit xenophobic, but I do think it was very much because they were on... home turf. It was a common language, and a lot of the items were easy to distinguish by asking people questions.
Bird's nest.
A bird's nest. Well, I got that wrong. I thought that was a spun sugar. Bird's nest. You put on top of
everyone on
ice
the Isle of
cream.
Wight knows each other. So you say one thing. Yeah. Bird's nest. Oh yeah, Gracie's Bakery.
Yeah, they're all. They don't even need to talk. They communicate through like brain
They're
waves.
all linked.
It's part of the Matrix. They're all Masons. They all have secret handshakes on the Isle of Wight.
They do. I know it.
You
have to go climb up the needles to learn it. So if you want to do that,
can you climb up the needles?
I'm not telling you. That's all I've said too much.
Sorry, yes, be quiet, Ben.
Because Levi didn't have a very good plan. The team, basically Pasha was kind of questioning his, what are we doing? You decide. I'm not going to manage you. You decide. Every question, you decide. So it did look like technically they were the worst team.
Well, he was palming off a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, and they didn't do particularly great, but they won. So it's one of those tasks where like the worst team won. And
well, credit where credit's due. They did win. However, if circumstances may be a little bit different, it could have easily swayed the other way, because the margin of difference was very small. And before people get at me and say it was over £100, yes, it was over £100, but that was basically on penalties. So if we're like fining it down to the very minute thing, then you could argue that if they had gone for those sweets in Team Alpha, and if they had maybe negotiated a paddleboard outside of the shop, that they could have whistled it down. So yes, it was a win for Levi and his team, 100%. But it was a win that could have easily been the other way around if other things had happened. And I get it. If other things had happened, if the sky was pink and the grass was purple, yes, these things can happen. Of course, there'd be the other way around. But I'm just saying that it was an easy win. But it could have been the other way around.
It could have, and that's most obvious, because when it came to actually firing someone, Alan Sugar really had to battle his demons to do it.
He really battled his demons.
He was like, there is no reason. So even he knew really that no one. I don't think anyone out of all of the teams, no one deserved to be fired on this episode.
I agree.
No one did a bad job.
No one did a terrible job.
Priyesh, showing that he's watched The Apprentice before, said, "I can get a discount if I offer to pick them myself."
Yes, the garlic
plucked out of the air. He's clearly watched every series of The Apprentice and knows.
He's like Rajan last episode when he listens to all the podcasts with all the cast from The Apprentice. Priyesh just watches all The Apprentice. Karen, yet again, showed that her not so secret crush, I should argue, with Kieran is It's always developing. Every episode is always growing.
She's playing hard.
Kieran said, I haven't been on a date for quite a while. Karen chuckled. Surprise, surprise.
Not surprising, really.
Yeah, wink.
But we all know you want the date, Karen. So
Karen genuinely has a schoolgirl crush on Kieran. I'm sorry, it's obvious. The way she's bullying him, like every time anything was said about Kieran at the board tape,
you could see Karen couldn't wait to get her mouth open.
Yeah, Karen
on Kieran.
Isn't that right, Kieran? But no, Karen. Clearly, there's the spark between them. Honestly, it's like watching a Netflix dating show. The spark between them. They need to go on. What's that show on E4? First Dates, Celebrity First Dates.
Yeah.
If Kieran and Karen, if they were able to book
Kieran
them
and Karen, they go together like rhubarb and custard.
Yes, like the rhubarb and custard sweets. You just want to suckle on a Kieran and Karen. I don't know
if either of them are married. Who cares?
It's just Karen. I just love her. I just love the fact that like anything Kieran related, Karen is on it. Pounce.
Also, Tim and Karen showed once again that no matter what you do on the show, you can't win or help anyone, because Tim moaned that they rushed a sale and didn't get good enough off. Whereas then Karen then moaned that Rofner and Levi were taking too long and got too much off. And it's like, well, what can I do to please you two? Because it's impossible.
Nothing will please them. Kieran will please Karen one day, but that's way into the future.
But it doesn't last very long, apparently. Karen said, I know. Especially with me. 1, 2, 3, pump Kieran, isn't it?
Beg your pardon.
1, 2, 3.
I beg your pardon.
That's what he does.
Rude.
1, 2, 3. That's his practice.
He's also scared of goats. We've learned this week.
Yes,
Tim also contradicted himself inside of the show itself when he made a complaint about that Kieran and Lawrence were mucking about too much with the goats for a questionable discount, and then in the boardroom said it was quite a good discount actually to Lord Sugar's. So Tim, you are a fickle old fellow, aren't you? I think Tim needs to find himself a little crush on the show so he can kind of hone in who he wants to. You know,
he's got his loyal wife who he's on new home in the country with. So
home in the country. He's looking for houses constantly.
But yeah, so the winning team sadly didn't deserve to win.
No. I'm sorry. I am going to argue with this. The
thing that did it was the boy.
Listen, I want to debate what you just said, because I don't think it's fair to say they didn't deserve to win. I think that they deserve to win, but Alpha deserved to win as much. It felt like on tonight's episode that Alpha and Eclipse were on equal footing. You said yourself, Lord Sugar found it very difficult to make a decision, and I would argue that if there was ever an opportunity for there to be no firing, tonight would have been the one that he should have done it on. And
especially when we had a triple. There's room.
Exactly. So he's already knocked off a lot of people in a very short space of time. Normally when he's done a double, when 1 or 2 weeks later, there's not a firing. And so I think it was a win. It was a worthy win, but it could have easily swayed one way or another.
Okay. Well, after this short break, we are going to talk about what did it for the team. See you in a second. Okay, so I think what the reason was this. What was it? Sop? What was it called?
The stand-up paddleboard.
Sup.
SUP. S-U-P.
That's the thing that caused the damage.
Yes, because Eclipse found an old one, and Alpha
with a sexy man with a beard on the beach.
For God's sake.
What?
You're as bad as Kieran flirting with a woman for some garlic bowls.
He had loads of
What if I took my pants down?
Yeah.
What if I give you the basket back with me naked?
Do you want to see my something blue? 30%
that was a whole new fucking rain. That was. What if I make you giggle while I throw some goat shit into a bucket? Oh yes, please, Kieran. Karen's there with her sunglasses.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
That's the thing that happened. It was Harry which messed us up, because they went to a place which only had one left.
He put a lot of responsibility on his shoulders.
Well, it was unfair. He's such a nice boy. Such a nice young man.
Boy.
Such a pleasant young man.
Nice guy. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was too hard.
To be fair to him, they said, you could have shopped around, you could have found secondhand. It was ex-display. That's secondhand in my eyes. It was dusty. They got a discount off from it being dusty. He did well, to be fair to Harry.
For what it was, yes, he negotiated down to a good price. And in any other day, it would have been perfect. But the problem is that it was very early. And so the argument was being presented by the rest of the team and Lord Sugar and Karen that he had time, if they wanted to go elsewhere. And I think that was the crux of the matter with the Alpha team, where Eclipse risked it all on timing and getting to the hovercraft very last minute. Levi was like, there's a sweet shop there, let's get them and run onto the hovercraft. And Ruffner was like, yeah, let's do it, go. And Karen's in the background going, you're going to have to run. And it was like, yeah, let's go.
Exactly, that's the thing. If Harry did say, oh, we'll come back and get it later, Tim would turn up and look at the camera and go, oh, I think they'll regret that because they've been wasting lots of time coming back for this. And it's like...
But there was a sweet shop only 6 minutes away from the hovercraft, and that was the point.
That's
true. And Karishma did an excellent job with the
she's the star player once again. Top trump.
Do you know what she did? It was a 1, 2, 3 out. She was there. 1, get the donuts. 2, negotiate them down to a price. 3, oh, you've got a chain. Again, I'm amazed that there's a chain of these bakeries. You've got a chain literally next to where a hovercraft is. We'll pick them up there. Oh, sorry, there's a 4th one. Can I have a further discount because I'm out of breath?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, go on then.
Can I have a discount because I'm out of breath? It's like, well, that's nothing to do with those. And they were like, yeah, of
course. Go on then.
Straight away, yes. And then she tried to get it down even further. So yeah, again, that was such genius gameplay. And stuff like that should have been rewarded with a win. That's what I'm saying. But
it's not about how it's played. There are tasks where they're getting judged on what they do. On this, they're getting judged on their profit margin. And this is on money. And that's and sadly what it was. I mean, yes, we've said this before we even did the podcast about The Apprentice. I remember you and I have had many a discussion in the past where we watched it and the team that's won have won, but it's not really been fair that they've won because the way they've won hasn't been as savvy, or as the negotiation skills weren't as good as the other team, and so that should have been maybe presented as a grace for why that team should have won instead. But I have to say, as I've already ranted once or twice already, that I think both teams did do well with negotiations. There was no occasion. I think the only thing you could maybe bring up, but again, it kind of it weighed itself out, was that Rothner and Levi did spend a lot of time dilly-dallying around in the car,
just driving people up,
just having a lovely drive around the country. Time. Kieran and Lawrence were having a lovely lads' day,
holiday,
in the Goat's Pen, drinking wine, getting pissed.
Connor's idea of a lads holiday in Shagaloof or the Isle of Wight is a
Shagaloof. Are you
Shagaloof?
I don't know if you're saying that on purpose or not.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Of course I am.
Good.
That's what his impression of the lads' night, that's what Kieran and Lawrence were doing. They were doing the Shagaloof party, lads' night out. They went to the
Benidorm.
Something Blue sparkling winery and got pissed, flirted with the woman there, broke the Iron Lady of the Isle of Wight.
She was hot. She was ice, wasn't she?
Pasha didn't do very well there.
No.
With her. She was all business. We're out of time. We haven't got much money. Can you just give me my wine, please?
Oh, I see you do a 5% discount. Yes, and that does include the blue wine. Okay, then. 20%? No, 5%. Fleming Kieran, cartwheeling, doing all kinds of shit with goats.
Yeah. Giving her the stare.
You literally saw the water melt as she was her ice was going into nothing.
Then the camera panned to her and her husband hugging and laughing. Yeah. It's like they fixed the marriage.
I've never been so happy.
Fixed the marriage, cleaned out the goats. The goats were happy.
I've never been so happy in my marriage. Kieran, come back.
She was basically giving away the 6 bottles of Something Blue after that.
We all need a Kieran in our life, I feel. I think that with the way the world is right now, I think if Kieran was introduced into any kind of negotiation scenario, I think we'd live in a much better place.
Dan.
No,
not so
much.
Alan Sugar had a dig at Dan about how posh and upmarket he is. You're just looking at those £2 discounts like they're nothing.
Well, again, I could use arguably,
I agree.
It could be the edit, but of everyone, if we're going to point a finger at someone who didn't do much this task, Dan didn't do much this task. And again, okay, come at me, fine. Maybe it's edited differently, but
he does a lot of sitting on the end,
around smiling,
looking, judging.
Yeah,
he's
judging.
like us. It's like he's on a podcast.
If Dan wants to do this podcast, he's on, because he would be brilliant, because I just know that inside that little mind, you can hear the little cogs turning of what he's thinking. But when it comes to actually presenting himself and being part of the task, I'm sorry, but Dan doesn't show very much of that.
No.
And
he had a turtleneck, so he was just looking good. So that was his role.
Well, I was half expecting him to drop like a milk tray packet in front of Kieran and someone, Karen, and just running away. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't dislike Dan. It's just that I don't see what he does. I just don't see what he does.
And the same maybe could be said with Harry, who got fired. So it was the final three was Kieran, Connor, and Harry.
Yes, sadly.
Such a lovely young man. He had to go.
All three of them were lovely. Although I think Harry and Kieran were having a lovely time in the final boardroom.
Connor and Kieran. Yeah.
Sorry, I beg your pardon. Connor and Kieran, because they were just laughing every time they said something. Like Connor would like attack Kieran. Kieran would attack back, and then they both look at each other and go.
You could tell like them these contestants in the boardroom know that they have to sort of say stuff in the boardroom. Like none of them seem to take it to heart. Like when they then go out of the boardroom, they then laugh and know like, oh, I said that because I had to just fight for what I had to do.
I feel like they're a good bunch, you know. This is the first time I've kind of seen like there's animosity between one or two characters, and so you don't know exactly what, but you know that something in the house has caused them to not to like each other very much. But everyone seems to kind of battle along and get on with each other. You know, Kieran was having a laugh, as I said, with Lawrence on tonight's episode, having a laugh with Connor. We saw in the last episode he gets along with Karishma quite well. You know, everyone seems to kind of like just get along, and it's nice to see actually. It's like
even Dan, who's on the end judging everyone, he gets on with everyone.
I think Dan's do you know what? Dan's one of those people that if you kind of get him in the kitchen, you could have a good 10-minute bitch session, but you have to bear in mind that as soon as your back is turned and he's with someone else, he's bitching about you too, which is
sounds like you.
I was about to say, which is again a great podcast material. And if Dan ever wants to join in, just please get in touch.
He's busy in Dubai, right?
Yes.
So we need to learn a little bit because Harry did get fired, so we need to learn a bit about what his business was going to be.
What's your name and where do you come from?
Harry. This is when I get upset and angry, isn't it?
Harry's business is a free food and drink subscription box. Oh, like he could sponsor us. Sponsored by what are they called?
Make My Day.
Sponsored by Make My Day.
All one word. I just want to make people clear on that. All one word.
Faithful to podcast is sponsored by
Make My
Day, which is a free.
All one word. Make My Day,
which is a free food and drink subscription box. Yummy. I made it the other day, and it was delicious.
How's it free? Is that not just a food bank? Doesn't Harry just want to open?
Or shall we find out?
Food bank. I think we should.
My business, Make My Day, is a free food and drink subscription box. The customer will receive one box every month for free. After signing up and answering a few questions, the customer will receive a free box each month with products chosen for them. It's the opportunity for people to try new things and find their favourite food and drink products. This would be good because I was scared about trying matcha. Matcha's all the rage. I'm scared it's too much of a risk for me to buy it with my coffee. It's like, that's a risk. This, I can go, actually, my free one this month, I'm going to get a matcha and see if I like it or not. Risk free.
The plan is then that you buy a crate of 6, and that won't, I'm sorry, but I don't think that work. Right, I'm having my media wall moment here because people...
Do you want me to finish the paragraph before you judge?
Yeah, go on.
It's the ultimate marketing tool for food and drink brands. They pay to be included and can target their key audience while our members enjoy trying lots of different products completely for free. All they have to do is fill out a questionnaire afterwards. That bit sounds like the evil overlord.
Yeah, so all
this
we want
is free. All you have to do is tell me everything about you.
Just give us more of your information, which famously people love doing, especially this whole club card debacle where people's getting upset for like getting discounts on Tesco by sharing your personal information. Don't get me wrong, every day people share their personal information without even knowing about it.
Oh, exactly.
But I don't think that
offering food
and drink is the right way to go. Plus,
if you're starving... Give up your identity for a free box.
Thing. That's awful, isn't it? So basically, he's targeting people who, let's be honest,
vulnerable.
Are going to be on the vulnerable breadline target audience.
Like me, who wants my matcha.
Exactly. I just want my matcha. So
I'll give up my online identity and all of my personal information for my free matcha.
I give up my dignity if I can have a £3 matcha from Costa. But no, so again, it's targeting like let's say the lower earning people, which is not very good. So again, they're the ones being targeted and punished for not being as wealthy as perhaps the man who created the company is. And clearly he's making the money because not only is he getting paid by the companies for sponsorship to put themselves in the box, but he's also getting paid for giving data information. So essentially it's a data mining company, not a free food and drinks company. So Now I'm happy Harry's gone. That makes me angry.
Also, Make My Day is already all sorts. Make My Day is a baby's clothing brand. I'm like that guy on the interviews. Have you trademarked this? Because there's a pub, there's a baby thing.
It's a Channel 4 show.
There's a Channel 4 show. There's a part of loads of electric car fleets. So.
Although the 7th option, when you Google it, is Harry Clough.
From the article that I'm reading from.
Harry's Business. Make My Day is filming today.
Oh, I was going to sign up, but I can't.
Don't sign up. It's data mining.
I want to see what box arrives.
Oh, it'll be crap as well. Won't be anything decent. Oh, come on, let's be honest. Oh,
Harry's a lovely young man. He wouldn't do that.
I don't doubt it. But, well, let's just put a line underneath it and say that Lord Sugar yet again had read that plan and thought, nope.
Yeah.
And that's why...
I mean, out of the three, I think Harry was the one. If one of them had to, he was the one
I don't know. Connor made a big mistake when he said he didn't want to get the sweets, and he hung his... to be fair, I think the one thing that his advantage on that was that he admitted to it, and Karishma did then say, I agreed with his idea, and so we both went into it.
Also, even if they got the sweets, they would have still lost because they paid so much for the sub. So next week's task,
my favourite task,
is Alex's favourite, is the shopping channel task. So this is always the best one.
Every year, and I'm sure in the next episode, so get ready for this, we'll say what is the purpose of shopping channels anymore, especially when you watch this. But yeah, I'm surprised they've not moved, because they did a TikTok-esque one like for challenge 3 or 2. I forget which one. It was the Big Easy one. The one when they had to make the water.
Yes.
North. And so I'm surprised they've not made a deal with like TikTok Shop. And so they have to do products on TikTok Shop.
They might be on QVC Live on TikTok.
It's not QVC.
Or whatever it is.
It's the jewelry channel,
Is it the jewelry?
TJC, yeah, the jewelry channel, which don't sell jewelry.
The only time I've ever seen those channels is when my mum comes over and that's all she watches.
Oh, doesn't she just? No, she watches the arts and craft ones.
Arts and craft, yeah. Knitting.
And then like Dan, your mum's like Dan, she then sits there and judges the presenters.
You don't know what you're talking about.
She knows all of the lore behind the presenters as well, follows them on Facebook.
She does. She follows them on Instagram, on Facebook. She's like,
did you know he divorced his wife? Had an affair with another man?
I wish there was a way to know.
Hi Sue, hope you're well.
To know when the contestants were doing this, because I'd love to watch the full thing when it's happening, like months ago. But you never know.
Oh, what, when they're actually on the jewelry channel?
Yeah.
Well, apparently...
Well, they should release the whole lot.
But they should, on iPlayer, they should actually show... But then it's making negotiations with the jewelry channel and Blur. But apparently, they make out that it's aired live during the day, but apparently it's aired quite late. It's aired around about midnight.
Watching.
But yeah, basically, so no one's going to be watching. But it's great publicity for the jewelry channel. They're getting a free advert on BBC One. So they can't complain too much.
Right, so...
Well, I think that's me gone.
Oh, well. So, right, that's the end of the episode. Let us know what you thought. They can probably still hear you.
No, you can't see.
Yes, they can. I can still hear you.
Yeah, but my microphone's
Just
gone.
Keep going. You're live. You wouldn't be very good on Jewelry Channel, would you?
I'll do a Nicole shirt swing
Just
and take your microphone away from you.
Get your own microphone. You have to carry on.
You're going to have to keep the
going.
outro. I'll just sit here.
I was doing the outro before you interrupted me. I'm on live TV.
Bye, everyone. Go to our Linktree.
No, Linktree is on our links on our podcast.
It's not easy, is it?
It is. All of our links, I don't need to read it out. All the links are live linked in the description because I do that. So what I do is proper. Wouldn't it be funny if it's actually my microphone's broken and not yours? No, don't think about that, do you?
I'm trying not to
anyway,
talk,
we will see.
Because we'll get a letter, someone saying, your microphone went off. Okay, carry on.
I'm trying not to talk and then you can carry on talking. I'm trying to end the show. We will be back next week to discuss the Shopping Channel Challenge. If you have any comments about the contestants, about this week's episode, let us know below. And until then, why don't you just book a little trip to the Isle of Wight? Goodbye.